Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is the Have and the Have Not Season 5, Episode 4, and the name of this episode is A Mother's Wisdom. I will go to say that, yes, this was Hannah's episode because as much as Hannah gets on my nerves, Hannah this time around has finally, we're starting to see that she has taken what Benny has said and has decided to take a new approach with Candace. This time when she, meets Candace at her house, where the police are investigating, and, I'm definitely going to get more into that, but that scene when she was finally talking to Candace about, is Quincy's here, but she's like, you need to be honest with me because I can't help you unless you do. And even though Candace wasn't talking to her, you can tell Candace was listening to her. And I found that to be very powerful. So it's good that Hannah has finally taken it upon herself to change her approach with her daughter, and also that she really sees that Candace is gifted. But the problem is that Candace makes bad choices, which pretty much sends like a shock effect to everybody around her. And we definitely know that to be true about Candace, but then we know at the heart of Candace is really good. She's pure. But she grew up, the way she grew up and being around her surroundings, it's kind of hard to be good when you're surrounded by a bunch of snakes, right? Well, just wanted to get that out because I have to say Hannah's performance tonight was on point and I was so here for it. And I'm definitely going to get more into that. But the episode opens up where it left off. Veronica has the gun, so now her fingerprints are on the gun that killed Jennifer Sowerson. She has the gun at David. She's pretty much going off on David. Catherine is still somewhat taunting her and shit. Talking about, she's pretty much saying that, she's like, you really think I'm playing, David? You think I won't shoot your ass right now? And Catherine's like, of course you would. Catherine is just still playing this damn game with her, trying to say that she's the one who did this. And she will not let that shit go. But yet, we saw the shit play out. We know exactly what happened. So, next thing you know, we actually see that David is on his knees. He's crying, begging, and pleading for his life. Pretty much, we're really seeing how psychotic Veronica really is. Veronica has literally broken the fuck down. And pretty much starts telling everything about, I told you not to embarrass me, and yet you embarrassed me with that bitch. That's why I had to kill her. But then he even brings up the fact that I know you tried to kill me. Do you know that this crazy bitch had the nerve to say that I just wanted you to burn a little bit? I didn't want you to die, but I wanted you to be burnt so that nobody else would want you but me. I'm like, how evil and how low could you get, you rotten ass bitch? Whoa! I've never in my life would ever think someone would do some crazy shit like that. But then, that just goes to show you, this is Veronica Harrington. This is how she thinks. And it's crazy because it's just out of sight and out of mind. Where the fuck would you come up with something like that? Damn. So, you admitted that you tried to burn him up over Maggie Day. And ever since she got the wind that Maggie wanted David, she has not been the same since then. She has just gotten worse since that moment. And if you really kind of look back from that episode all the way to now, you will really see that Veronica just got more demonic and more destructive along the path. And now she just got to that breaking point. She got him right there on his knees. He's pretty much crying. And next thing you know, his phone rings. She pretty much says that, don't you answer that, give me the damn phone, and toss it over here to me while she still got the gun at him. So he tosses her the phone, and it's Erica. So her and Erica have this discussion, and you know how Veronica is. Veronica is straightforward. She don't give a fuck. She's like, yes, this is his wife. Who is this calling him? And she pretty much states that she's like a colleague and that she's a reporter. And she wanted to get story about the man, Charles, who's running for president. She knows that the two of them, ran in the Senate together. But that was what David told her what David told her when they was at the bar at the Sarandon. So she used that as a line that kind of get past Veronica. And Veronica's like, yeah, okay. But the next time you want to talk to my husband, use a business line. This is a personal line, and I'm his wife. You understand, right? She even lied about them, like, he's pretty much in the shower, tired, of a long day of lovemaking and all this shit. So Veronica was just selling a whole bunch of bullshit. But then you can definitely tell that motherfucking Erica is one slimy motherfucker. So we definitely gonna see how she's gonna play this one. So yeah, she told her the next time you call on a private line. Next time you call on a business line. You don't call on his personal phone, bitch. Hangs up the phone. Then Veronica's like, oh, so this bitch really thinks she had me fooled, huh? She calling on your personal phone like you're doing this shit again. You're just not listening to me. Blah, blah, blah. And then the next thing you know, David just got up and stood and said, like, she's like, get back on your knees or I will shoot you. He said, well, look, you're going to have to shoot me. Because, I'm not going to let you do this. And I'm not going to let you, go out this way. So even through all of this shit, you can definitely still tell that David still loves Veronica. He still has some love for her. And Veronica is just gone batshit fucking crazy. And he's pretty much telling her to put down the gun. So he tells her how to get the clip. So she pretty much pulls the button and gets the clip, and then gives the gun to David. And Catherine's like, there's still one in the chamber. I'm like, Catherine, shut up! She was Veronica's fucking head. But then again, we understand why, because of what Veronica did to Wyatt. And later in this episode, it explains that shit has completely fucked Wyatt up. Because I'm going to get on his ass. Trust and believe that. Now, after that, next thing you know, Jim walks in. Jim practically runs in. Catherine goes into his stairs. Oh, Jim! Oh, you need to call the police. She tried to kill me. And tell him all this damn lie. And then he notices the dead body on the ground. Now, granted, while this whole scene is going on, you see damn Jennifer Saler's feet just pointed up in air like just dead as fucking roadkill. Her damn feet are just pointed up like, yes. Just the little heels and everything just pointed right up. Just like how they left her as, last season. Just pointed right the fuck up. So therefore, Jim immediately notices that there's a dead body. He's like, who the hell is this? And David tells him it's Jennifer Salison. And immediately, Jim knows that Catherine did this shit. Now, come the fuck on. Now, this is Jim Cryer. Jim Cryer is pretty much like the cleanup guy in the family. So I'm pretty sure Catherine has probably put some lead in a few motherfuckers. Like, she even talked about that priest who raped Wyatt and how he magically disappeared. So trust me, Catherine done killed a few motherfuckers in the day. And Jim was the one to clean it up. And Jim knows how she works. And due to the fact that it's sloppy, he knows that it's fucking Catherine. So he pretty much says, like, look, Veronica, you're going to get the hell out of here and you're going to leave now. And she's like, I'm letting you leave. And she's like, and the Veronica is still being that bitch. She's like, excuse me, what you mean let me leave? She's like, yeah, just like I said, I'm letting your ass leave. Because at the end of the day, you may not have did this shit, but you got a lot of knives with your name on it that you have done over the years. And trust me, I have no problem bringing your shit up. And she's like, well, first of all, I'll leave whenever the hell I want to. And, still talking her shit to Jim like, you don't tell me to do nothing. Because it's like she has this thing against white people. Like, she don't want no white person telling her shit. So she is just out for blood. Especially, and that's why she always gets mad at David, because she feels that David is somewhat of a simp who always operates on what Jim does. It's like he's like Jim's, backup plan. And she's getting tired of seeing David in that. And it's like it seems, and it also you see in this scene that the same kind of control she has over Jeffrey, she also has over David. So it's like she initially created men in her life that would not oppose her, and that she would have so much built up on them that they will never rise against her. And she's always got a trump card, which is crazy. So he pretty much lets her ass leave. Catherine before she lets her leave though, he lets this shit be known that, look, we're gonna do this shit my way. And she's like, no, we need to call the police. She's like, we ain't calling no damn police. Do you see what the fuck is on the floor? That is a DA. This is federal territory. Like, federals will come down here and they will fucking search everything till there's nothing left. And every single one of us got some shit on our motherfucking plate. We can't afford that shit. So yeah, Veronica, get the hell out of here. David, make the damn call and let's get this shit cleaned up. So David went off to make the call and fucking Catherine mad as shit. You let her leave! And I'm like, Catherine, at the end of the damn day, you ain't have much of a choice. Because, yeah, you pretty much shot a DA. This ain't just, just this ain't just like, a local motherfucker. I mean, this is a person who's pretty much up the levels in law enforcement. So, you really was barking up you really kind of like created a major mess for yourself, Catherine. So, yeah, let Jen clean it. After that, we also see that Benny's still sitting on the porch waiting for Candace. He is not moving. Hannah already got her bags packed with little Quincy in tow and pretty much decides to go over there to see Candace. And in that scene, as I mentioned before, she talked to Candace that she needs to call her brother and let her brother know that she's not coming because you know how your brother is. Your brother has faith in you. He believes in you. I don't know why, but he does. And that fool will not move a fucking inch until you fucking call him. So you need to call him and let him know you're not coming. So, and we actually see all the way towards the end of the episode, his ass did not move. He had to be physically removed in order for his ass to move at that spot. So she was dead right about that. Next, we actually have a scene with Wyatt and Randall, and let me tell you, I'm about to come for Wyatt's motherfucking ass tonight, because he really made me mad. Now, Wyatt got this really nice pad, like, it's like a loft, like, it's very big and spacious, and you can tell he spent, probably like 1.3 mil tops for a spot like that, and it's beautiful. And, pretty much Jeffrey is looking at this stuff like, oh my god, I can't believe this shit. Like, this motherfucker has really lost his fucking mind. Now, granted, he left the fucking hospital before he was supposed to leave. And we pretty much see that this fool's still tripping, talking about having parties and shit, about to open up a beer and all this bullshit. And Jeffrey is to the point where he is just at the end of his fucking rope. He don't want to deal with this bullshit no more. It's to the point where, he pretty much told Wyatt that he's like, what, if you're going to keep doing this shit, I'm leaving, I'm done. And then he begging then this nigga had the nerve to be begging Jeffrey for him to stay. Why? So he can continue to enable you in your bullshit? You selfish piece of shit. Like, oh my god, that really burnt me. It really pissed me off. But one thing I will say, Jeffrey really gets an applause from me tonight. He gets an applause from me tonight because he finally decided to stand up and break free. And that's exactly what Jeffrey needed, because him continuing to enable Wyatt is the reason why Wyatt is the way he is. He has been enabled, he has been babied, he has been pretty much, breastfed from birth. And due to the fact that he has been through some traumatic situations like what happened with him with the police, if he would have been given, a real proper, focus, he would have been able to go past it. But since he's never gone past all of the trauma, and he just goes crazy, and then yet because Catherine and Jim raised him the way they did, he pretty much never had to take responsibilities for his own actions. There's always been someone doing the work for him. So he has that psychosis that someone is supposed to care for me. But Jeffrey is like, yo, you a grown-ass fucking man. You need to care for yourself. I'll text you a group of people that will help your ass out, but I'm done with this shit. I can't do this no more. And then it gets to the point where Wyatt breaks down, crying and sobbing, saying, oh my God, I can't go on without you. You have been the one who's only loved me, and I resent you for it, and that's why I'm so mean, but I do know that you care for me, and I know that you love me, and I need you. I really need you. Like, he really played the crocodile. He played the crocodile tears like it was nothing. Like she put on a show. And I'm like, yo, and Jeffrey didn't fall for it. And I was like, see, you messing with Officer Justin and gave you a little bit of, spunk, Jeffrey. So, yeah, even though Justin's crazy and he's psychotic, obviously there's some good coming out of that, because now we're seeing a backbone that, in Jeffrey. Because Jeffrey has been through a lot since Wyatt had that, has, had that meltdown. So Jeffrey is a totally different person, and he's still expecting Jeffrey to be like this, little simp, and he knows that Jeffrey's in love with him, and he plays with Jeffrey's emotions. He's so used to doing that shit to the point that now that Jeffrey has stood up for himself, he doesn't know how to take it, because he's like, why won't you be the little simp that you've always been? Why don't you be the little person that always makes me feel good? So that's pretty much, that's pretty much why Wyatt is approaching him the way he is. And it got to the point where Jeffrey was like, look, I'm done with this shit. This is where I get off. I can't enable you anymore. I can't help you. And I love you, and that's why I'm leaving. And then next Wyatt's like, I don't need you. You just mad because you want me, and you can't keep it in your pants. I'm like, you piece of rotten shit. Like, I hate motherfuckers like that. Because first of all, just because he's gay and he's in love with you, doesn't mean he's thinking about fucking you 24/7. He probably was when you was in your boxer shorts and you was stretched out on that motherfucking laptop. But right now, he's thinking about your life, you miserable son of a bitch. So yeah, I'm so glad that Jeffrey got a wake-up call and realized that all he's going to use you for is to enable his bullshit, and you decided to get up and leave. Because Wyatt really pissed me off with that. Because I hate that. Like, don't play those games. Or because he don't give you what you want. You just mad because you want me and I don't want you. Like, get the fuck over yourself, bitch. Yeah, you may be a crier, but Jeffrey Harrington is far more sophisticated, far more, intelligent, and pretty much got himself more together than you. But the funny thing about it, Jeffrey did mention that this situation reminds me of my father, how he constantly took my mother back, and that he never left my mother, even though she kept doing crazy shit time and time again and putting him through hell, he would never leave her. So that's what woke up Jeffrey, because he saw that what they had is exactly what his parents had, where one of them was just psychotic and all over the fucking place, and the other one was just the enabler, staying with them and being loyal to them, even though this person was putting them through all kind of hell and backs. So that was cool that Jeffrey pointed that out. Oh yeah, and tell me why the hell when Hannah went over to the house to talk to fucking to talk to Candace, Pearl's nebby nosy ass decides to come out there and tell me something. Oh hey babe, oh I saw you. Hi, they're over there right now. I think they're looking for the guy that never came out. I'm like, Pearl, get your stupid ass on. You gotta love her though, but you got one in every neighborhood. Trust and believe. And then that's the scene where she had a conversation with Candace and letting her know that, look, she need to let Benny know she ain't coming because that man is waiting for you. And he's believing in you. Next, we actually see that Veronica finally gets home, and Melissa's still there, and she pretty much tells, and you can definitely tell Veronica got fucked up, because she bleeding on her left side. So yeah, Catherine cut that bitch. She cut her ass. So Melissa comes downstairs, and we can definitely tell Melissa's up to something. But if anything, she pretty much says, you know, apologize to your parents that I was late. I just got held up. And then she lies and says that she got robbed and there's thugs everywhere and shit. I'm like, Veronica, shut the hell up. Then she pretty much tells her that, you know, she asks if, you know, is Jeffrey here? She said, no, Jeffrey's not here. So she's like, okay, I'll call him. And she's saying that, you know, but apologize to your parents for me. And goes upstairs. But you can definitely tell that Melissa is definitely working on something, and probably later on we'll find out what that is. But yeah, I definitely noticed a change in Melissa. I don't know if anybody else did, but I definitely did. So I'm just going to call that out. Next, we actually see that she calls, Veronica goes in her room and she calls Jeffrey. And she lets Jeffrey know that she wants him and Candace to meet her at the, our Syrian hotel, I think, and that she didn't send the cops over there, but she can kind of give them a lifeline. But the question is, what's up her sleeve? Because you know how Veronica is. Veronica always has a trump card. She always has a way to win the game. You know, this is the devil, so the devil's always coming up with a new trick. But Jeffrey right now is, you know, at first he was just very dismissive to her ass, like, what the hell you want? But then she's telling him, like, look, I didn't actually send the cops over there. Quincy's sister was the one who called. Yeah, even a dumbass crackhead can pretty much smell the, can actually follow the tracks of two fucking idiots, talking about him and Candace. So she's like, look, I can get you guys off, but I need you guys to meet me at the Syrian hotel, and you need to do it now. Next, we actually see, oh yeah, and also back at the house during the investigation, they fucking realized that the damn shit was fucking Marker. I'm like, yeah. Cute, Justin. Real cute. So now they pull the shit up, and next thing you know, they notice the damn pile of dirt. And then his ass almost like, oh yeah, well she said that she was guardian. It's like this motherfucking guardian? I don't think so. Like, I can't believe we didn't notice this. Yeah, I can't believe you didn't notice it either. It's been there the whole fucking time, you dumbasses. So they said, we gonna get some shovels and we about to dig. So Justin goes out and tells Candace, get the hell out of here. They about to start digging in that spot. So, and then while she's about to pull off, Jeffrey calls her and lets her know that, look, Jeffrey pretty much said that, look, my mother says that we need to meet her at our Parisian hotel, and we need to meet her like within the hour or so, because yeah, she didn't send the cops over here. She's like, man, I ain't going to your motherfucking mother, man. Your mother always coming up with some bullshit. She always lying. She always scheming. I don't trust her ass. She's like, but look, do we have any other choice? Do we have any other option? Oh, we need to do something. Oh my God. I'm like, see, there we go. As I said before, Jeffrey always makes a stand up, but then he reverts back to that child, especially when Veronica's in the picture. Veronica now pretty much like, oh, I can clean this up, and now he's just all game with Veronica's ass, and wants Candace to be game with it, because it's like, look, you really don't have much of a choice. But yet, she actually does. I mean, she could actually work with Brandon, because we did see in the last episode, Brandon did get in the car with her and try to let her know, like, look, we need to get on this market, we need to do it now. But she pretty much, you know, caused a ruckus and pretty much ran him off. But anyway. But she pretty much tells him that, look, I need to go see my brother. And he's like, look, you ain't got no damn time for that shit. We need to go down here and see what my mother got to say, because my mother can get us off. And if, you know, we talk about us not going to prison, we need her help. So let's go and see what she has to say, and let's do it now. So she actually was on her way to see Benny, but got derailed to go see Veronica about covering their asses about them not going to jail, because we all know that she didn't call the feds. That was Quita's crazy ass. Next, we actually have a scene with fucking War and Mitch up in jail. Mitch talking big buku shit, you know, you know, pretty much lets him know that, you know, and like, you know, War pretty much immediately was like, oh yeah, I know there's something going on between you and Candace. He's like, well, how the hell you know about that? He said, shit, I got ears out here. I know what's going on all the time. They don't call me War for nothing. So yeah, I know something going on with y'all. That's why you two of y'all set me up. And he let him know, no, she didn't set you up, bitch. I'm the one who put that cocaine in your tire and shit. Put enough in there to make you high that you would never get your ass out of jail. I did that shit. Candace had nothing to do with it. But then War is so fucking crazy that he's like, I don't give a shit. You know, she's dead and you're dead. I'm killing both of y'all asses. And Mitch does, and also War knows that Mitch is a Malone. He's like, yeah, you can't hide, you know, from your last name forever, motherfucker. I'm gonna draw your ass out. So you really want to come for me? Okay, I see you. Well, yeah, I'm about to fucking, you know, leash War out here. They like, my name is War. I'm always ready for War. And War is just fucking psychotic. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure they lock your. I was like, I'm gonna make sure that they make sure that they keep your bitch ass in here. And also, he's like, ooh. I'm like, War is fucking crazy. He's just like, nigga, I am not fazed by your ass. Candace is dead. As soon as I get out, I'm gonna go to her apartment. I'm gonna go to her house, and I'm gonna slit her fucking throat. And then the next thing you know, he said, and then Mitch's like, man, your ass ain't getting out. He's like, yeah, watch me. I got connections. I'm about to get the fuck out of there. Next thing you know, they fucking let War out, and War's like, bye, bitch. I'm like, damn. And then fucking Mitch's like, can I get a phone call? No, I need my phone call. I'm like, damn. What a turn of the motherfucking tables. But Mitch gonna get the fuck out. I don't know when, but he gonna get the fuck out. But it's like, damn, shit's fucking crazy. But the thing about it, they ain't gonna be so quick to give him that phone call because he went against a court official. So the fact that you went against an actual official of the court, oh yeah, they don't take too light to that shit. So they gonna fucking turn their nose up at his ass. Next, we actually it finally goes back to Benny and Candace. I'm not Benny and Candace. I mean Benny and Hannah sitting on the porch. Finally, the police come. They pretty much tell him that he needs to get off the property. You know, he's been evicted. He's not leaving, and Hannah is pretty much telling him that, look, you got to leave. But then before that, they do have a conversation where she pretty much tells him that, look, your sister is gifted. Your sister is special. But she always uses her powers to do bad, and because of that, she just can't get right. But if she uses her power for good, she can do some wonderful things for everybody involved. You know, she really has something, and I know you look up to her. And your sister's special. And all of a sudden then he starts getting to the point, he's mad at Candace, and then gets mad at Hannah for defending Candace. I'm like, nigga, weren't you just get mad at her because she was saying her that she was wrong and all this shit, and that you never encourage her, that you never say nothing positive? Now she's doing it, and now you're making it an issue. Boy, bye. But he got to the point where he became so aggressive against the police that they fucking literally had to, all three of them had to grab his ass and put him in front of the car. And the sad thing about it is that little Quincy watched as all of this was happening, of seeing Benny get locked up and getting hauled off into the car, and then Hannah's just there crying because she's like, oh my God. So that's pretty much my review for today. Subscribe to my channel. Leave comments on this video. Like this video. Share this video. And I will be back with you guys next week for the next episode of The Have and the Have-Nots. So until then, everybody, take care.